It's green. We are going to get a massive set. To give you an idea of the
They say so down, so Have a lovely flight and wave you bon voyage. Good morning. Who am I talking to?
Yeah, we fell it down Thailand when we've been flying from late at night. Can't really get back into our own zone.
They're heading towards the city, we are told this morning. It's going to be tough. Scarecrow, which on Friday landed in school car park all over the place around the world. This year, Belgium, we're trying to decide what the arena is from the campaign. On their way as well. The support vehicle now cleaning off the site as well. It all gets a bit clearer. And we'll be tracking the... oh, there goes the Scarecrow. Here we go. It's like some kind of yoga move, isn't it? Tracking the balloons and heading off to be able to help them when they come down and land. We're heading out over the city.
German.
Well, I thought you did ice lollies, you see. I can swing that way, yeah.
Operated by a crew of 2 pilots, the aircraft can carry up to 19 passengers. You'll have to keep the cheers going though once we start, that's it. So please, put your hands together and parachute display. So, keep that cheers going, all this out. And here they go, remember they're aiming for the crosses on the ground. So, keep that cheers going. Let them know where we are. That's it, keep us going. So first out today is our Team Hockey and Flight Sergeant Mark.
speed to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. The night's young, and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed. The laughs so loud as the hours